Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and welcome to day 10 of my 31 Days of Horror in October. Now, today I'm going to be taking a look at Dario Argento's The Card Player. Now, The Card Player is a 2004 film, which runs approximately 104 minutes, and is written and directed by Dario Argento, who is responsible for such classics as Opera, which is my favorite one of his, Suspiria, Trauma, Phenomena, Inferno, and Deep Red, not to mention many others. This stars Stefanina Rocca as Anna Mann, which I thought was a really weird name for a woman. I don't know, it just doesn't kind of roll off the tongue, I guess. She was in Don't Tell, Mary, and Ariana. This also stars Liam Cunningham as John Brennan. He was in 24 Hours to Live, Let Us Pray, The Number Station, and finally Silvio Muccino as Remo. Or Remo. He was in The Place and Tell Me About Love. Now, this was made for a $2 million Euro budget and pulled in US dollars $3,368,452. It made a little bit of money. Not much, but a little bit. Now, to prepare for the role, Stefanina Rocca spent time with 4 Roman policewomen to witness their actions throughout their daily routine. And I thought this was pretty interesting. The Card Player was supposed to be a sequel to the Stendhal Syndrome, called In the Dark, with Asia Argento to reprise her role as Anna Mann, but decided to make The Phantom of the Opera instead, and the project was abandoned for a few years. Now, a brief synopsis, and then I'll get into what I think about it. The Card Player, I thought, was interesting. It is about a group of Roman policemen who are challenged to play internet poker by a killer. And the killer's rules basically are, he wants whoever wins 3 out of 5 is the winner, and if the police win, he'll let the victim go. If he wins, he gets to amputate 1 piece at a time. Pretty sinister. They end up bringing in a kind of like a card shark for video poker. And that's pretty much all I'm going to tell you. Now, I've heard many people say that this is one of his worst movies. I've heard nothing but pretty much bad things about it. The only person I think I heard something positive about it was Dave Maggot. He did say that this wasn't one of his best films, but I don't think he minded it, if I remember correctly. And I'm going to tell you, I really, really enjoyed this film. I thought the acting was really good. I thought the plot was interesting. It had a lot of suspense, some really interesting gore, and overall, I had a good time with it. I actually gave this a 7.5. It almost got an 8. The reason why it ended up getting a 7.5 is because I thought that the ending was unnecessary and almost forced to give that kind of happy ending sort of thing, or hope, which I understand, but it just seemed a little forced to me. So I ended up giving this a 7.5. And that's 7.5 smashed pumpkins. Stay tuned for day 11. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.